Now, a number of Australians will be there at the Queen's funeral in London next Monday. The delegation of 10 announced today by the Prime Minister, representatives from every state and territory, and will fly alongside the Governor-General and Prime Minister tomorrow evening. Alongside these attendees, other invitations have been issued to those with a connection to the Queen's interests. One of them is the National President of the RSL, Greg Melick. Greg Melick joins me live now. Greg, tell us how you feel ahead of attending Her Majesty's funeral in London.
Well, it's a great honour, Kieran. But of course, I'm not going in a personal capacity. I'm going representing all Australian veterans.
The Queen, a long-standing patron of the RSL. Tell us how this invitation was extended to you.
We received an invitation from the Palace, and I think several other organisations of which Her Majesty was a patron received a similar invitation, giving us the opportunity to nominate somebody to attend. Now, I was already attending London a few days later to attend a Next Service Organisations conference, so I just brought the departure forward a few days.
It will be a moment in history, there's no doubt about that, as you are joined by the other Australians, some 10 others announced by the Prime Minister today, as well as Victoria Cross recipients, the Prime Minister and the Governor-General. It really is going to be a moment in history.
There's no doubt about that, but she was a magnificent woman who served the Commonwealth brilliantly for over 70 years. It's going to be a very sad occasion.
How do you reflect on the stability that she gave in that service across 7 decades?
Oh, it's just amazing. She was there for all members of the Commonwealth, and she also had particular interest in service personnel and veterans. I mean, I don't know how she kept it up for so long. The workload she took on was just amazing.
And indeed, as you said, a special connection, a patron of the RSL for a long time, but also that personal connection wasn't there with a number of her loved ones also having served in the military. I believe she also played a role during the Second World War, had trained towards the end of it. So there was that personal connection as well.
Yes, and quite a few members of the royal family have served overseas on operations, and of course her father did. Usually the heir to the throne is not allowed to serve overseas on operational service, but other members of the royal family are. And of course, when the late King George VI served on operations, he was not expected to be king because he was second in line.
So just finally, as you prepare to represent the RSL, as you said, it's not in a personal capacity, the invitation, you're representing your fellow veterans and the RSL. How does it feel personally ahead of that honour?
Oh, as I said, it's quite overwhelming. I wasn't expecting to be going. And we actually have an interesting connection with Her Majesty, because in 1947 we sent her a wedding gift of a brooch. And we've since found several photographs of her wearing that brooch over many decades, and I think the last time about 2016. So there's that personal connection between us and Her Majesty as well.
Well, safe travels, and we appreciate your time today. National President of the RSL, Greg Melick, thank you.
Thanks very much.